If you're a pet owner, you've probably asked yourself this question at least 10 times. What's my pet doing while I'm not around? The real answers are probably a bit mundane. At least, I'm sure my cat sleeps all day. But Illumination Entertainment's The Secret Life of Pets aims to turn our pets' private lives into a thrilling adventure. In the film, we find out our pets aren't simply adorable, and our suspicions about what they do when we're not around might just be true. Whether you've been obsessing about the film since it was first teased to the world, or are just curious what the fuss is all about, we at Channel Frederator have what you need. I'm Adrian, and I'll be your dog walker through 107 facts you should know about The Secret Life of Pets. Let's get started. Number 1. The Secret Life of Pets is the 5th feature film from Universal Studios' animation powerhouse, Illumination Entertainment. If they sound familiar, it's Illumination who you can thank, or blame, for creating those Minions. And Minions t-shirts, coffee mugs, Tic Tacs, duct tape rolls, toilet brushes? Number 2. The plot revolves around the self-proclaimed luckiest dog in the world, a Jack Russell Terrier named Max, who lives the good life with his owner in their Manhattan apartment building. Max's comfortable world is turned upside down when his owner brings home a sloppy, newly adopted mutt named Duke. Sounds like a furrier version of another CG animated film. Number 3. The film's concept came from Illumination CEO Chris Meledandri, who asked himself, what are our pets doing when we're not around? And followed the concept to hilarious and heartwarming conclusions. Number 4. Meledandri's interest in producing began as a teenager when he served as a stage manager for his high school play. He realized how the different aspects of production converge and was really fired up about it. In producing film, he found an analogous challenge in having a hand in all facets of the movie. Number 5. That interest has led to Meledandri's impressive resume. Before founding Illumination Entertainment in 2007, he was an executive producer on films such as Cool Runnings, Ice Age, and Robots. Remember Robots? Ewan McGregor's best role since Phantom Menace? Number 6. Meledandri's involvement with animation was a happy accident. When he first joined Fox, he worked on family movies due to his efforts on the family-friendly Disney film Cool Runnings. This led to a collaboration with the late John Hughes, who started an initiative at Fox to begin producing animation. While Meledandri agreed to the proposal, he knew absolutely nothing about animation. It's safe to say he's a fast learner after the success of the Despicable Me franchise, Minions, and Illumination's other blockbusters. Number 7. Part of his success is an ability to deliver hit movies at a lower cost than typical for CGI. $70 million to $80 million to be exact. Budgets for DreamWorks or Disney films can run well over $100 million. For reference, The Secret Life of Pets had a budget of $75 million compared to Frozen's $150 million. Number 8. The cost cutting is even more impressive when you consider the studio's returns. Illumination's last 2 films, Despicable Me 2 and Minions, grossed an average of $1 billion worldwide. Number 9. In development for many years, The Secret Life of Pets is a concept that Meledandri feels will appeal to everyone, not just kids, but the 65% of you who are pet owners. Number 10. Meledandri's curiosity was spurred by his 2 7-year-old terriers, Olive and Dash. Since he described them as supremely naughty, it wasn't a stretch to imagine them having rich and complicated lives when he wasn't around. Number 11. The screenplay was written by Brian Lynch, Cinco Paul, and Ken Dario. The writers wanted to enrich the story by incorporating real animal traits so the characters seem more authentic. That way, the pet's perspective in the story should seem familiar and entertaining to pet owners. Number 12. Paul and Dario have been screenwriting partners for 15 years, and we bet you've seen some of their previous work. It includes the cult classic Bubble Boy, as well as Despicable Me and its sequel. Number 13. Brian Lynch extended Paul and Dario's efforts in writing Minions. Lynch was also busy in 2011, penning Illumination's Hop and DreamWorks' Puss in Boots. Number 14. Like Meledandri, Lynch also takes a lot of inspiration from his pets. He claims he never writes a screenplay without one of his 2 dogs on his lap. He hopes this film encourages pet owners to love their pets even more, and non-pet owners to consider adopting a rescued animal. Number 15. The Secret Life of Pets was co-directed by frequent Illumination director Chris Renaud, who directed Despicable Me, the cleverly titled Despicable Me 2, and The Lorax. Number 16. Since the studio was growing, Illumination Entertainment split up the creative team to tackle more than one film at a time, which is why director Chris Renaud didn't direct Minions, instead handing it off to co-director Pierre Coffin. While he did act as an executive producer on the film, he opted to direct The Secret Life of Pets instead. Number 17. Renaud felt a deep connection to the story because he's had every type of pet imaginable throughout his life, most of which are portrayed in the film to some degree. It's as if he was practicing all his life to direct this film. Number 18. Renaud compares directing animation to building an airplane while flying it. Like live-action directing, decisions are made on a daily basis, but they're much more long-term. A decision made today might not come into effect until several weeks down the line. Number 19. The film is co-directed by Yarrow Cheney, marking his first featured directorial debut. Before tackling this film, Cheney helmed short called Puppy, which was featured as a part of the Minions DVD release. Number 20. Before directing, Chaney's main step on the industry was as a production designer. He worked on both Despicable Me films, The Lorax, and Curious George. This guy knows his animals, at least if you want to count Minions as animals. Number 21. As a seasoned production designer and art designer, Chaney took the lead in that realm of Secret Life and worked closely with art director Colin Stimpson. Stimpson has a place in every Disney fan's heart, even if you didn't know it. He worked on Hercules and The Hunchback of Notre Dame before joining the team at Illumination for Despicable Me 2 and Minions. Number 22. Renaud and Chaney make for an excellent team. While Renaud usually finds co-directing to be difficult, he paired well with Yarrow, whose talent complemented his in its art direction focus. Number 23. While the main characters in the film are dogs, the filmmakers wanted to explore the different personalities of all types of pets. That's why lizards, fish, and guinea pigs are also included in the story. In this film, there are no small roles, only small animals. Number 24. The filmmakers are pet enthusiasts. The characters in the film were all based off real animals, including some of their very own beloved pets. Number 25. Meledandre's very own pet terriers influenced the look of the main character, Max. He claims this was a subconscious decision. Number 26. The confused guinea pig, Norman, was inspired by Renaud's pet guinea pigs that would often disappear only to reappear in the most peculiar places, like Poughkeepsie. Number 27. The movie features an all-star cast of seasoned comedians including Kevin Hart, Hannibal Buress, Dana Carvey, Steve Coogan, and Bobby Moynihan, all bringing the lovable furry characters to life on the big screen. Number 28. If you notice that the cast is particularly comedian-heavy, the producers looked for comedians who also worked well as character actors because their performances already drive a point home. Number 29. The directors were determined to try their best to bring out the cast's inner animals. Renaud even recalls coaching actors on details such as authentic noises that dogs make while chewing kibble. Ruff, ruff. Number 30. Louis C.K. stars as pet protagonist Max, the loyal terrier mixed breed. This marks a first for the award-winning comedian, as he's never acted in an animated feature before. Although I think we can all remember his cameo in Gravity Falls as the horrifying, sweaty, one-armed monstrosity. Number 31. Unsurprisingly, Louis C.K. was a natural when it came to ad-libbing lines. The dialogue he improvised would always come from the dog's perspective, which made the director's role much easier. Number 32. Seth Kearsley, who worked on the movie as a storyboard artist, also did work on Phineas and Ferb, Bob's Burgers, and Dilbert. He even directed the crude-humored Adam Sandler comedy 8 Crazy Nights. Given the slight creative freedom storyboard artists have during production, let's cross our fingers for some slips of good old adult humor, because really, we're the ones buying the tickets. Number 33. Many Louis C.K. fans are a little shocked to see the cynical comedian star in a children's film, especially given his humor revolves around very adult themes. However, given that he has 2 young daughters of his own, it's not entirely surprising that he would want at least one wholesome family feature under his belt. Number 34. Louis C.K. isn't the only first-time voice actor in the cast. The Secret Life of Pets will be the first animated feature for both Kevin Hart and Eric Stonestreet. Number 35. This will be the second time Kevin Hart plays a villain associated with a rabbit. In addition to Snowball, he also portrayed the character Big Bunny in Fool's Gold. Coincidence? Yep. Number 36. Robin Joseph worked on character design and also partook in the visual development of great movies like Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Horton Hears a Who, The Lorax, and Despicable Me. One can safely assume that some of the inspiration for the movie came from her beagle at home. Number 37. While you may not have heard of him, you probably have heard Alexander Desplat's work. He's composed for brilliant movies like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Argo, The King's Speech, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. While Desplat has been involved in over 200 films, this project marks only his 3rd major animated feature following The Fantastic Mr. Fox and Rise of the Guardians. Enrich more of our animation, please. Number 38. Chris Meledandre, the producer of The Secret Life of Pets, told sources that the French were early adopters of computer animation. Judging by the vast number of artists and animators who have worked previously on wonderful French films like A Monster in Paris and the Golden Globe-nominated Luchiniste, you can't argue against that assertion. Number 39. Not to mention, a number of the artists working on the movie are actually graduates from the Gobelins School of Images, which is like the CalArts of France to put it lightly. Some of the notable alumni are, you guessed it, Pierre Coffin, the director of Despicable Me, Bibo Bergeron, director of Monster in Paris, The Road to El Dorado, and Shark Tale, and Violaine Briat, storyboard artist of The Loud House. Animation nerds, rejoice! Number 40. Jenny Slate voices the adorable white ball of fluff that is Gidget the Pomeranian. She describes Gidget as an atomically positive personality type who is brave enough to inspire others. Number 41. Slate and Louis C.K. have also appeared together in Parks and Recreation. And if you guessed that Slate also portrayed Ponyhead on Star vs. the Forces of Evil and Tammy on Bob's Burgers, you guessed right. Number 42. Jenny Slate admits her dogs may not be as smart as the ones in the film, but they are much more naughty. When she's away, they love to play in the laundry or trash. I think most of us can relate to her dogs getting in the trash, not getting in the trash ourselves. Number 43. Jenny Slate absolutely loves animated films and is a huge Miyazaki fan. Some of her favorite animated films are The Rescuers, An American Tail, Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. Beast. Number 44. Slate has a stop-motion animated project she started with her husband, Dean Fleischer Camp, called Marcel the Shell. The charming videos follow the adventures of an anthropomorphic shell voiced by Slate herself. When asked if her character, Marcel the Shell, could fit into the world of The Secret Life of Pets, Slate responded that Marcel is more of a solo guy. Number 45. Lake Bell voices the feisty fat cat, Chloe. Bell describes her character as voluptuous and sarcastic. However, as uppity as her personality can seem at times, she's actually very sweet despite her high-status behavior. Number 46. Bell described her experience on set as a very special thing because she was able to anthropomorphize something that doesn't usually speak. Number 47. To shake things up after a feel-good comedy like The Secret Life of Pets, Lake Bell will occasionally do intense drama. The actress recently starred in Shot Caller, a crime thriller set in the streets of Southern California, which is due to release sometime in 2016. Number 48. Ellie Kemper stars as Max and Duke's owner, Katie. You probably recognize Kemper, as she likely won you over for life as the title role in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She's alive! Number 49. Comedian Albert Brooks voices the lonely bird, Tiberius, a character based on a red-tailed hawk named Pale Male who nested atop a building near New York's Central Park. Aw, even animals can get lonely. Number 50. This is Brooks' fourth animated feature. He's known for playing Marlin in Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. We've got you covered with 107 facts on Finding Dory too. Number 51. Louis C.K. and Albert Brooks are expanding on their professional relationship by developing a new half-hour sitcom together for FX. The two are co-creating, writing, and starring in the untitled animated series. It's still under wraps though, so you know all that we know. Or do you? Number 52. Stand-up comedian Hannibal Buress plays Buddy the Wiener Dog, but he's also got a role in 2016's Angry Birds. Number 53. Buddy is described by animators as the first to arrive and the last to leave. It must be difficult to be both long and short. Number 54. Bobby Moynihan joins the cast as Mel the Pug. A beloved SNL cast member, Moynihan recently made his mark in animation as Panda in We Bare Bears. Number 55. The Secret Life of Pets isn't Steve Coogan's first experience with Illumination, nor is it his second. He previously played Silas Ramsbottom in Despicable Me 2 and two characters in Minions, Professor Flux and the Tower Guard. Number 56. Illumination Entertainment is going the extra mile to cast the best comedic talent of foreign countries to do voiceovers for overseas dubs. For example, Mexican comedian Eugenio Derbez is lending his voice to Snowball for the Spanish version of the film. Number 57. Alongside Eugenio, Colombian comedian Andres Lopez and Argentine funny man Martin Campolongo also joined the Spanish cast as Max and Duke. Number 58. It's not uncommon for the directors to communicate to their crew via Skype. Illumination Entertainment has studios in both California and Paris that worked on the film simultaneously. Even the voice actors were spread throughout the country and never in the same room all at once. Number 59. Since balancing human characteristics with that of an animal was key, the team had the perfect research tool. They watched internet pet videos to study specific behaviors animals exhibit in their more playful and curious moods. You might think that this is the first time watching internet cat videos was productive, but we do it every day at Frederator. Number 60. Because technology evolves so quickly, the studio had a lot more options for detail than for Despicable Me. Creative meetings for The Secret Life of Pets discuss nitpicky topics like how fur should flow or how it should clump when wet. Number 61. To fill the story with relatable moments, the creative team spent hours sharing personal experiences and funny stories involving pets. They also brought in several different dog breeds to study how they mingled together. Every day was Bring Your Dog to Work Day. Number 62. Alongside making a fun story about pets, the filmmakers were intent on capturing contemporary aspects of pet ownership. They showcased sharing images and videos of their pets on social media. My dachshund has 20,000 followers on Instagram. Beat that. Number 63. Animators recreated the movements and characteristics of animals as well as their emotional responses. The animators were attempting not to convey any human attributes with animal bodies. Number 64. The team wanted to be true to a realistic vision of how pets might see the world. For example, they wouldn't understand time or numbers, which might explain why your dog acts like it's been years when you return home after forgetting your keys. Number 65. Due to recent improvements in technology, most production meetings revolved around creative decisions rather than troubleshooting animation errors. The animators have far less restrictions now than when they worked on the first Despicable Me. Number 66. The very first test footage was screened just after the start of production. The sequence was incomplete, but still received an enormous positive reaction. Based on that positivity, the scene was developed for the international teaser trailer. Number 67. The clip works well as a teaser because it serves as a great introduction to the film's characters, but one of the first times a whole scene was used as a teaser was the scratch opening from Ice Age, which, if you recall, was also a Meledandre film. Number 68. As late as 6 months before release, Illumination were still making changes to the film. This isn't entirely uncommon, as fine-tuning aspects of an animated film can yield major results. Number 69. Sometimes fine-tuning, despite being late in the production process, calls for re-recording performances or adding new content. This often means artists will have to adjust the animation to fit the new performance or even start over from scratch. Number 70. Last-minute changes sometimes have major implications on how an audience empathizes with the character. Renaud says a similar process happened with Despicable Me, where they were tweaking Gru's villainy levels quite late into production. Number 71. These redos are one reason Renaud equates making an animated film to building an airplane as you're flying it. Like we said before, daily decisions end up having long-term ramifications, but unlike live action, he says there's a certain malleability to the process. Number 72. Renaud said these final weeks of animation are the most active part of production, and once that's done, there's still lighting and rendering. Number 73. By February 2016, during production's home stretch, there was still 6 weeks worth of animation to complete, not to mention the score, which they just started at the time. Number 74. In case you've seen the trailer and want to headbang as hard as that poodle, the features song is Bounce by System of a Down. Don't call us about neck injuries though, consult a professional headbanger for proper form. Number 75. While this is an animated film, it's at least somewhat grounded in reality. The animals speak in their own language, one that comes across to humans as simple barks, meows, squeaks, ribbits, and other sounds as well. Number 76. Ever attentive to detail, the filmmakers animated their background characters so that there's always some hilarious animal behavior in action. We're not getting a cut of the box office, but you may want to see the movie twice. Number 77. Times Square, as it appears in the trailer, has advertisements for Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Many of the film's cast have appeared as cast members on SNL. Both of these programs also air on NBC, which, like Universal Pictures, falls under the NBC Universal umbrella. Number 78. In the party scene shown in the trailer, there's a painting on the wall of dogs playing poker. This is a reference to a series of 16 oil paintings created by artist C.M. Coolidge in 1903 to promote cigars by Brown and Bigelow. Over 100 years later, humans are still susceptible to cute little doggies being used to advertise a product, even if that product is cigars apparently. Number 79. Katie and Buddy actually live in the financial district of New York City. You can tell based on their relation to the Empire State Building and the Trump Building. Number 80. The official trailer for the film has a hidden Easter egg for another upcoming Illumination film, a comedy musical called Sing, starring Matthew McConaughey, Reese Witherspoon, and Seth MacFarlane. A poster of the film can be spotted on the rear of a bus that's driving down a bridge into the city. Number 81. An official trailer for the film dropped on February 7, 2016 during the 4th quarter of Super Bowl 50. According to CBS President Leslie Moonves, a 30-second spot during Super Bowl 50 cost a whopping $5 million. Maybe it would have been cheaper to settle for the Puppy Bowl. Number 82. Mel and Buddy watched the 2015 Puppy Bowl together. The animators released a special clip online of the two watching the big game. Number 83. There are plenty of salutes to France in The Secret Life of Pets. For instance, Katie has a framed picture from the 2005 Chamber Music Festival in her apartment. This alludes to the Amelia Island Chamber Music Festival, which took place in Fernandina Beach, Florida. This festival attracts many French composers, and the island was first discovered by Europeans when French explorer Jean Ribault visited on May 3, 1562. He named the island Isle del Mai. Number 84. Another nod to the French can be seen in the trailer when Buddy uses the mixer as a back scratcher. See the poster of the Eiffel Tower in the background? I guess it's a way to salute the home of your alma mater. Number 85. The fact that many adults are kind of obsessed with their pets leads to hope the film would become a beloved classic for all ages. The filmmakers suspect that all pet owners, especially adults who have pets instead of babies, will be entertained by the notion of the pet's perspective. I'm actually not sure which is better, pets or babies. Number 86. A holiday teaser was released featuring the characters dressed up in costume and made to pose for pet-themed holiday cards. There was no dialogue used for the scene, but a totally awesome rendition of Winter Wonderland by Pentatonix was included. Number 87. For New Year's, the creative team ran an adorable New Year's resolution campaign featuring the stars of the film. What was Max's resolution? To be less needy and more self-reliant. I think he's about to get that wish. Number 88. For his New Year's resolution, Sweet Pea stated he would go where no bird has gone before. The living room is a good place to start. Number 89. Incidentally, Dress Up Your Pet Day is January 14th. If you're only finding out about this now, mark your calendars for next year. I hear lizards and monocles will be in. Number 90. Universal and Illumination Entertainment released some cute new character posters in celebration of National Pet Day. They were the first among a handful of high-resolution images unveiled by the company, giving the audience just a little insight into the pets, their names, and personalities. Number 91. The movie's humor seeps through their social media pages and appeals to most pet lovers. For April Fool's Day, a GIF was made with a moving laser pointer and the caption, "Celebrate April Fools. Prank your cats." Number 92. As part of the film promotion, Universal declared May National Pets Month. #Pets Month. Number 93. The Secret Life of Pets will take over thousands of PetSmart stores across North America. The campaign will include include custom animation and assets across television, print and digital, as well as social engagement programs. Sounds like they have a pet owner demo locked up. Number 94. In a move that will shock no one, the program also offers an exclusive line of movie-themed products. The line features pet beds resembling characters, apparel, and, of course, toys. Capitalism. So much capitalism. Number 95. Like every other pop culture commodity from the last 30 years, Funko is set to debut a line of The Secret Life of Pets for their pop vinyl figure collectibles in June. So far, the set includes Max, Chloe the Tabby Cat, Gidget, and Duke the Mutt. Number 96. If you'd like to snap on Snapchat, you can grab exclusive photos from the pets. Hopefully they're all safe for work. Number 97. Single-panel comics were made by Illumination Entertainment artists and released online for fans to enjoy. They are simple but delightful reads, featuring gimmicks like dogs waiting on the second half of Buddy the Wiener Dog to finally finish crossing the doggy door. Number 98. In case you want to celebrate a very belated Valentine's Day, downloadable Valentine cards were released online. Their adorable layout featured Max, Gidget, Mel, and Chloe, matched with cute sayings and, of course, plenty of hearts. Number 99. NBC Universal partnered up with Chrysler for a new ad campaign featuring animation from The Secret Life of Pets to help promote the new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, which premiered on National Pet Day. You can't say they're not trying to find all the synergies and low-hanging fruit in the marketing plan. Number 100. Seth Meyers appeared in one of the commercial spots for the Chrysler ad campaign with his adorable Italian greyhound, Frisbee. Number 101. In honor of the upcoming film, Today asked their viewers to submit photos of their pets pretending to live out secret lives. They published 19 of the cutest furry models you can imagine. I wonder if we can get up to 107. Number 102. If you thought you were going to get through an Illumination film without seeing the Minions, you're deeply mistaken. A new animated short titled Mower Minions will play before the film. Number 103. The plot of Mower Minions revolves around an as seen on TV product the Minions want to purchase. Unfortunately, the little guys are low on funds and decide to run a door-to-door lawn mowing service to raise the funds, teaching children everywhere the fundamental values of capitalism. Number 104. Mower Minions marks the 10th time the anthropomorphic Twinkie people have starred in a short film of their very own, which is probably more than you thought, and based on their popularity, it's probably far from the last. Number 105. The exclusive world premiere of The Secret Life of Pets was held at the 2016 Annecy Film Festival in Paris, France, on Thursday, June 16. Renaud and Cheney presented the film themselves. Number 106. The film was originally set for release in the US in February of 2016, but was pushed to July 8, 2016. You probably didn't feel all that impatient until you knew we could have seen it sooner, didn't you? Sorry about that. Number 107. Because the concept was so well received, Universal anticipates it'll be one of their highest grossing films of the year, which could be part of the reason they rescheduled the release date for summer. Based on how successful Jurassic World, Furious 7, and the Minions were in 2015, it makes more sense to release it when the kiddies are out of school. Woof! That's it! Thanks for watching Channel Frederator's 107 Facts You Should Know About the Secret Life of Pets. If your pet was in the film, what do you think they do when you're away? Tell us in the comments below. And if you liked what you just saw, then check out some of these other 107 Facts videos by clicking on the annotations or the links in the description. And be sure to subscribe to Channel Frederator so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Because remember, Frederator loves you.